Hello and welcome to Gaming Disappointment. See, I've got my box down here. This is my box of disappointment. In other words, it's a lucky band ball. Disappointment's not bigger. This cross I was making, black. That was disappointing too. But right, either way, this cross I didn't finish it like I said I would, which was disappointing. The Golden Compass, it was disappointing because there's not another film that we made about it, so it's just left an opinion of it. That's disappointing. Anyways, gaming disappointment. This is probably another example. Final Fantasy Origins, you would think, brilliant, but I'm in the UK and I got the American version, so that was disappointing. When I went to play, wrong region code, guys. Anyways, let's get to it. So, first off, we'll have Perfect Dark Zero. I was really excited about this game. It looked so promising, like the bar, it's cool, and it's steel case, so futuristic, graphics look amazing. When you opened up, you get a comic in there, you get all this free stuff, especially like collector's limited edition or something, and you get a bonus DVD with it. It looked immense, it looked so cool, and I had such high hopes for it. But then of course, the graphics, when you actually do play it, nothing like it. What can I say about Perfect Dark Zero? Well, if you look up, if you look up here, the big box, obviously, which you can see right now, and basically in short, graphics as if it was meant for the Xbox original, but it was for the 360. And then when you go to Perfect Dark, how it was for the Xbox original, it looks like it was graphics from before that console again, like PS1 kind of graphics. So it's just the graphics are way too backdated. It's very misleading, and also when you play the game, the controls are not that great. I mean, it's very repetitive, and you're just doing the same thing over and over for the game. The storyline doesn't really seem to grip you. It's not something that I would want to go back to at all. So, for me, this game is extreme.
It is literally like, look at that, I paid a pound for it. I doesn't even deserve to be paid a pound for, fam. It's the worst piece of shit I've played in my entire life. Basically, to put it to you simply, there's only 3 types of levels, 3 types of main gameplay, being some shitty rhythm game in the hard difficulty. Still, and there's this one where you slide and you just kind of like go everywhere and you just have to go and then the other one's swimming and collecting things. Again, not really that interesting, to be honest. Right, and then the obstacles, honestly, no point in them being there because there's just like huge glass walls, well, ice walls, and you can just smash through them, like they're not even there, like, logic, where's the logic?
Now I finally grew up.
Dying.
I can survive without you.
But like, yeah, literally, you just literally just like, you can smash through walls, you can smash through big icebergs, fam. You can have the time of your life, you can fly through anything, there's no boundaries in this game. Penguins, non-existent, you can just fly straight through them like there's no tomorrow. The game developers, basically when you play the underwater levels, there's like these oxygen things, but like the thing is, it probably takes like a good full minute for your oxygen to go down, but they spam the shit out of them. Why did they do this? Did they do it because they think all of the people who play the game are like idiots and they're blind or something, or did they just try to make the map look more interesting when in reality it's a piece of shit? I don't know. So yeah, honestly, just like, again, I only paid £1 for it, but don't even pay £1 for it. Even if you say for 1 pence, 1 cent, whatever, don't even go to church and pray to Jesus.
I try to keep you by my side, but you've been gone. Get me waiting for
brand and stuff.
so long.
I was honestly expecting a little bit better, just a little bit. But you know, real talk, I'd rather play Big Rigs Over the Road Racing than this. Because you know what? You know how the bridges in that game are non-existent? The penguins and the obstacles in this game are non-existent. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Next!
Right, this next game, Peter Pan, The Legend of Neverland. I'm sure there's worse games out there than what is on this list. I'll bear that in mind, I'll say this now. This is just personally for me, games of recent that I've played and that have disappointed the hell out of. I hated this game so much. I thought, you know what? Yes, it's a kid's game. I don't expect it to be amazing 3+. The graphics, they look decent enough, and they are actually the graphics that are in the game, unlike the other one, they aren't misleading. That's what the graphics are like. But when I was playing it, I thought, I quite like Peter Pan. I'll give this a blast. It doesn't look that bad. I'm sure it's just a misunderstood game of some sort. No, it is not. And I'll tell you this now. I'll be going through the game. I'll go to jump on a log that's moving. I'll drown through the log and sink through the entire graphics till they're demolished into just this blue screen abyss with maybe it's the top and Peter Pan's still going as if he's drowning. I know, you bet you want that on replay. I'll put it in slow motion. Right, you ready?
As if he's drowning.
But yeah, so basically, you'll be on land and you will drown in sand. Not quicksand, not just quicksand, like solid ground sand. It'll be like quicksand and you'll drown. Or on the actual ground, you'll just randomly walk along, maybe jump, and the graphics will go, ooh, what's going on here? What if I like this like? And you'll drown on land if there's any water in sight at all. This game is just horrible. It's very, very repetitive. You get the odd flying scene. Yeah, it's nice to take a break from the gameplay. But fuck, it's like every stage or something. And I've clocked this to the max just to say I've done it. Same where I couldn't get through Perfect Dog 0. I'll have to try it again. But I've tried it 7 times now. It's just the sheer rubbishness of it really. Yeah, so this game, don't get it. Not even for your kids will hate it too. I'm sure, positive. It's an awful game.
So, next we have this wonderful PS2 game here, and if you look at the gameplay over here, I think it's pretty self-explanatory why I just call this a PS1 game. Pretty much has PS1 graphics, to be honest. And the controls, they slide all over the place. They literally do. You're just like, oh mate, let's go left. Oh wait, I'm gonna go left a bit too much. And it's just dumb. It's just dumb. You know what? Look at this struggle to stand next to one of the consoles. You just slide on the sides of it. It's mental. It's mental. And overall, I highly doubt the main gameplay was very interesting. It was a crock of shit, to say the least. Also, when the gun was being like aimed and shit, it was kind of like slidey and just kind of like inaccurate, like it was when you were just like walking around and stuff as well. But honestly, I think the full like kind of stuff was okay. But probably still could have had some improvement. I guess everything about this game could have had an improvement. Plus, this is made by Rockstar Games. Frickin' Rockstar Games, man! What? And overall, the instructions and like the person who like spoke the instructions just honestly sounded kind of shite, to be honest. Like, you know, take this account.
Shinatama. I've checked our neural link and it's working perfectly.
And oh yeah, I'll talk about the jumper. The jumper is just ridiculous. Alright, so little, I don't know if her name is Oni, whatever. I don't know if that's her name, but purple haired last year. She can't jump for shit. She can jump backwards perfectly fine. Jumping forwards, it's like she's never tried it before. Yeah, I just got home. Absolutely ridiculous. Like, you want to stop jumping, but it just carries on that bit further, and you're just like, please stop. Please stop. So yeah, Chantal has a box of disappointments that has shit games in, and that's the one in there. That's the one in there.
Right, next game. Piglet's Big Game. And again, you don't expect much. It's a kid's game. But I actually quite like Winnie the Pooh. I love Winnie the Pooh. I'm not afraid to say it. I enjoyed Tigger's Honey Hunt when I was younger. And I got that again just for the nostalgia, and I played and clocked it all over again. And I've got Winnie the Pooh's Rumbly Tumbly Adventure and all of that. This one is the only one I really didn't enjoy. Again, repetitive gameplay, I can't stand it when a game just repeats and repeats. Like, fair enough, same controls for the same kind of needs. Maybe it's up the ante a bit or something, you know what I mean? This one in particular, it didn't do it for us. It was just so boring. And that will be Jason messaging right now, because it's his turn to take the next game and explain why he hates it or dislikes it, what was disappointing in general, whatever. I don't hate this game, it just disappointed us because it wasn't up to the standards of the other games for me personally. It just disappointed us, what can I say? Jason, take it away, dude.
She has more skill as Chantal. Alright. A golf game. Oh god, this is gonna be an absolute masterpiece. I can't wait to play this game. All I'm gonna say is customization, rather interesting. Rather interesting. Just look. Alright, just look. It's quite interesting, a lot of options. But honestly, look, it's a golf game, that's what's shit about it, it's a golf game. And like, the commentary. Oh shit, the fault wishes is nothing good to say about it. And you know what? The game knows that it's shit. Take a listen.
Nothing good to say about this.
Very well said. Next, mateys.
Right, and next on the list, bear in mind these are in no particular order whatsoever. Next on the list, Battle Construction Vehicles. Now, this game was downright awful altogether. The voice acting. They've made it so it's supposed to be living in like Japan, I think. Yeah, in Japan. It doesn't exactly say yeah, but I'm pretty positive it's Japan. So the battle construction vehicle worker people or whatever that battle it out and stuff are supposed to be Japanese, and they're speaking the most British London accent you can imagine. Really. So that's bad. And then what makes it worse is it's all out of sync. And then once again you play the game and it's consistently simple and quite boring controls, very repetitive gameplay again, but I didn't so much mind after this one. It was just, you know, things boring really. And then randomly, when it comes to the end, they haven't built up the difficulty level whatsoever. They've just kept it consistently simple. And then when you get to the end, they just go, ooh, I know, let's just make this the most difficult and impossible thing ever. and it is actually ridiculous. But that voice acting,
Hi, Otto. That distinctive shape.
terrible. Do not play that game. Next on the list, John Woo's Stranglehold Collector's Edition. I thought John Woo, he does some pretty good films. He directs some good stuff. He's been in some good stuff. Let's get this cracking on. I was very excited to play it. He plays him, obviously. Obviously, if this isn't what the graphics are like, though that would be amazing. The graphics are like this. Yeah, so basically, there's so much. It's like real-time gameplay and stuff. It's like also, it goes in slow motion and you shoot at people. Now, although it is quite entertaining, it's good. The storyline is halfway decent. At the same time, it doesn't massively grip you as much as I thought it would. And the gameplay gets so repetitive, it gets annoying and tedious. I'm so sorry for all these message noises, but I don't want to have to redo this, so I'm just going to do it. Anyways, you get to see how we made it and everything, which is nice on the bonus disc, you know, it's collector's edition, so you get that, you get 2 discs, yeah. And the case looks cool, looks brilliant, the graphics behind it, there's more, all that kind of thing, very cool. But, like I say, it is too repetitive. I've clocked it to the max again to prove the point. But damn, too repetitive.
Next game, Final Fantasy, that number. And I have a lot to say about this. Very, very disappointed because, well, you see, graphics are nice, music is nice, obviously, but the thing is, you're literally just walking down corridors and fighting, and there's not much freedom to the game because you have to follow a very strict kind of like path, and you can't just jump whenever you want to. You have to stand onto these blue things which will then make you jump. There's just no freedom whatsoever. Combat's a piece of shit and it's very boring, and you just clicking X a few times and you're like, whoa, like, I don't know, it's just not good, fam. Just don't buy it. And voice acting, it was alright. And animations, overall it was okay, but there were some parts where, and you know, it's a Final Fantasy game, so I would have expected much better, but you've let us down, Square Enix, man, you've let us down.
Next, we'll have Charlie's Angels. Now, to be honest, I didn't expect a lot from it. Anyways, so it wasn't too big a disappointment in a way. But in a way, it's just the fact of, I mean, look at the gameplay. Like, look at it. The voice acting, obviously, it's the actual actresses in that. And, you know, mouths are moving and sync. The animation's not too bad. But it's just the fact of the controls are so clunky, and when you jump it's like the whole thing with Little Britain, the really slow, like, let's jump. It takes ages. And also the controls for jumping, circle. For fighting, it's triangle and square. And that is literally all you really need. X is to block. But it's the same basic moves and stuff throughout. 2 buttons. There's no real combinations. Not really. There's a couple, but literally like 2 per character or something. And it's just, it isn't really worth playing because you just go through, you fight people, and then that's it. Throughout. Same sort of bad guys, people running at you, same sort of attacks. Some might have metal balls or knives, some might not have any weapons at all, whatever. It's just
it was disappointing for the controls, I guess, mostly. How slow like everything is for keeping up and everything being so clunky. Graphics wise, you can see probably was on the side anyways, but nah. Very basic graphics. I thought though, since I got the actual voice actresses, it would have been a bit better, but no. See the way Charlie's Angels, no. It goes in the box of disappointment. There was one I actually forgot to add, hence is wearing a different shirt. The rest of them, obviously, all gonna be the same sort of thing. I'm gonna be wearing even. So, anyways, on to the next one.
So you know what? I'm a big fan of Donald Duck and so yeah, Quack Attack. I've seen the PS2 version, never played it. I didn't even know there was a PS1 version. Well, whatever, now I do. But you know, I was like, oh, what can go wrong about this? It's Disney, I love Disney. Well, you see, the problem is I didn't even get into the actual game before this happened. Absolutely masterpiece. Need I say more?
Next is my haters for this. I'm positive you will all probably be like, no, we don't agree, but this is just my personal opinion, so please bear that in mind, and I'll explain why. I'll show them all at once. Guitar Hero. Again, don't switch off the video, I'll explain why. I know Guitar Hero 1 too. The reason why is the fact of they've got cover bands to do the songs, and it's not the original songs. It's covers. And it's just like, I was so looking forward to playing these games, listening to these songs, having fun with it. And I was like, hang on, that doesn't sound right, that doesn't sound good. Why would and why are they saying it's by the original people when it's not? The covers. And it just, I didn't like it for that reason. And then Guitar Hero 3, I think they did get the original people in for that one. But again, it just disappointed us for the fact of the graphics for the third one compared to the first one. They could have improved by the time we got to the third one, as they usually do, even by a tiny bit. Obviously not massively, but by a tiny bit. And they just didn't seem to. So disappointed us for that reason. But I would still play the third one. The other two I'm not keen on because of the fact of people covering the songs, it's not the originals. So that's what disappointed is.
This PS1 game, Rascal Racers. I don't even know that. Right, gameplay was honestly just kind of boring. The cars went like pretty slow. Yeah, it's just a shit version of Mario Kart basically. But I have multiple issues with this game. This game makes me need therapy. The game was released. Look at this. There's a company that says Miracle. How about it's a Miracle on Steam? On Steam. I was a game publisher on Steam. Piss off, mate. I ain't releasing that. When you're driving and you crash into a wall, you know, if you're playing a racing game and you crash into a wall, your natural instincts just to kind of like reverse. Oh, don't do that in this game. It'll slow you down. Your best option is to just kind of keep glitching past the wall until you eventually, like, you know, be free again. And my other problem, power-ups, in my opinion, the game would be exactly the same quality if they weren't there, because the boost does jack shit if you look over here. There's only one good power-up, which still fails most of the time. You have to have, like, amazing accuracy for that shit to work. I mean, like, yeah, it can somewhat, like, follow the characters and shit, but, like, sometimes it's just like, nah, mate, this game's too shit, fuck this, and it just crashes into a wall. But, graphics, I think the Elgato covered this up. Graphics, loads of lines through, just looks kinda ew. And, like, what are the characters' faces? What are they? E.T. Gooftooth over here. Tomb Raider tits on his cheeks over here. What is the... I need a word with the person who designed the characters, man, I really do. Well, no, not that designed them, just who made the models for them in the game. And, like, here's your little start position for here. Right? That hole, again, non-existent. You can drive through it. It's a goddamn... That's some Jesus magical shit right there. You can just drive through it like it's not even there. Next!
Right, next on the list. I never heard of this program and I used to watch BBC all of the time. All of the time, even. Fightbox. Never heard of it. If you have, I'm surprised. But either way, apparently, it was a show on the BBC. And you fight in an arena. I thought, ooh, it's cheap and it looks quite interesting and good. Yeah. But the control response time is so slow, like very slow, and you cannot control the characters. Like, I mean, I can't control the characters for the life of us, and I've played every kind of game you can imagine on so many different platforms: PC, Mega Drive, PS1, PS2, PS3. I've even had a blast on a PS4. I've played Xbox 360, Xbox One. I've played so many handhelds, everything you can imagine. Yet I can't get the character to even punch another character in this game. And your character gets stuck, sinks through the floor, glitches, lags, all that kind of thing, and it is just terrible. The graphics, no. And that's why that's disappointing. If I could burn these games, I would.
Robots for the PlayStation 2. Utter shite. Some might like it, some might not. Why do I keep tilting this? Well, all I could say is me and Chantal didn't enjoy it because although the maps were kind of... It's not the worst game, but it was kind of disappointing. Like, maps, yeah, fair enough. Not like you could pretty much free roam in them, I guess, but you really can't because you get given this one like task that you have to stick to, and you just can't really do anything else. The instructions are kind of like unclear as well, and like they're just like, oh, you have to go to this place from this place, but it's just kind of difficult to figure out where exactly they're going on about, stuff like that. As for controls, they're just a little bit too smooth, just a bit. And if you look over here, there's this one part, you can be walking like super slow, but if you click the slide button, mate, you're flying off like you're Sonic or something, man. Like there's no tomorrow. It's made by Sierra or something. But if I'm correct, they have made a pretty good Spyro game. All of the experience I've had with the game companies honestly been pretty good. This is just pure. Well, no, like I said, it's not the worst, but it ain't brilliant either. You kept me, like, in my opinion, this game company could have done a slight better job with this, honestly. I guess that's all I have to say about this one. Next one, Chantal.
Extreme Express World Grand Prix. It is way too simple. You're literally a metro, like a metro train, that races against other metro trains and do different challenges, and you can unlock over 80 trains. Ooh, you know, totally wanna be a train. Even if you're interested in trains and you do want to play this, it's just disappointed as it's not, you can't really race them. I don't know how else to word it. It's painful to look at because I'm remembering playing it and it's
painful is that Peter Pan's Return in Neverland. I can't stand it really. I only put it on for my little brother because then, you know, you can sit and pretend he's playing it and he thinks he's winning and it's working and really he's not doing anything. So it sounds terrible, but you know, if you want to keep him happy, if he loses a game he won't be happy, so he would get angry. He doesn't understand it, it's really good because he's younger and all that kind of thing. Yeah.
So I went completely fresh to Looney Tunes when I played this, and didn't that's not good, that one. But yeah, it's Looney Tunes back in action. The start of the game, I don't know if this was just me being dumb, but I just couldn't do it. But like there was just one part where you had to get the black duck thing out of the ground, and I didn't know how to do it because I'm stupid, even though it probably clearly said it in big letters on the screen. But I don't know, I personally just like didn't really enjoy it because the gameplay was just a little boring for me, honestly. Shit was kind of unclear at first. Who made it? This was made by EA, Electronic Arts. It was made by Electronic Arts. Have they made good games? I think so. Yeah, they've made good games. They've made shit games and good games. They made some very good PS1 games. And I again, not worst, but not best either. So, in terms of EA games, I say this kind of goes in there. Oh, okay.
Next game, Underworld: The Eternal War. Play it. They made some really good like accessories for the PlayStation 2, etc. But Underworld, I loved the films. I was like, yeah, they've got a game out for it. I love that film. It's brilliant. And then when you get on it, the case graphics do not deceive you. I'll make that clear now. I didn't buy this game, my mum did. And she thought, because I loved the film, and I seen the front cover and got all excited. And then when you play the game, it's got the graphics of a PS1 game. Again, backdated graphics so badly. Literally, do you see them bits of pink flying all over here? Wait, let me point to it. Ooh, that was a zoom in on my thumb. Do you see these bits of pink here? Yeah, that's supposed to be flesh flying about. This colourful pink thing. And then just look at them graphics, how terrible they are. And then, ooh look, blood. Ooh, well, I'm sorry, but these graphics are way too far behind. It is like graphics you would, where it's like Blade for the PS1. It's acceptable because it's PS1, so for then it was good, but for the PlayStation 2 it is just disappointing. It really is.
The Lion King: Simba's Mighty Adventure for the PS1. I mean, it's made by Disney Interactive. Don't really know what I was expecting in the first place, but I collect Lion King stuff. That's the main reason why I got this, and honestly, I wasn't really expecting it to be good anyways, because look at this. You know what, actually just look at the gameplay instead. But as you can see, the overall look of the game is very low quality. Textures on the graphics and stuff are just horrible. Background is a still image. Background is a still image, so it kind of makes you trip balls and stuff, makes you feel a bit queasy, motion sick. You get me, fam? And there's a few glitches, like I think I caught this on the Elgato, I ain't sure, but I got stuck in a tree. And there's also just points where like you sink through the ground and you just get stuck in rocks, and the game just like it says that you take damage even if you didn't hit something fully, and it's just all a big mess. It's just all a big mess. Soundtrack extremely repetitive. There just isn't really much. Well, there isn't anything good about this in my opinion. Voice acting is awful. And it's one of those games that just kind of like tries to drag the story along by like showing clips of the movie. So basically the worst type of game. And yeah, want to see the most difficult Dark Souls style boss ever? As you can see, game, most difficult thing ever. Well, no, it actually is difficult to be honest. Because like the Stampede level, let's not even get started on that. And yeah, and then there's like mini games and shit which you need to collect these weird pear looking things, and then you go see Rafiki, and then here's some gameplay of the little mini games that you can play. Again, pretty terrible, more terrible than the actual main story gameplay, honestly. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say about this.
And last but not least, for my final game, we have Little Britain, the video game. I was excited to play this. I couldn't wait to play it. But again, the response time when you're pushing buttons on the controller is so slow. Really slow. You push X to jump if she's on the rollerblades on the video game. And it goes. That's how slow. Terrible. And yeah, the mini games are kind of funny, but it's just annoying, really. It's not a game that should have ever happened. They should have waited till they had better game developers, I guess. Because it was just so disappointing. You get watch clips from the show, but it does not make up for all the hassle they went through to try and get past these levels to unlock the mini games, which were then more disappointing and uninteresting mini games that just basically annoying. So basically, in short, this game, if kids cover ears, 3, 2, 1, it's shit. You know, cover the ears. It's poo. It is an abomination. Just like all of the rest of them in there, aside from just the ones I'm slightly disappointed in. But this one I think is the one I'm most disappointed in, along with Perfect Dark Zero, Peter Pan's The Legend of Neverland. And that concludes my video. Please comment if you agree or disagree, but explain why and try not to be, I guess, aggressive about it. They're just my personal opinions. I'm not saying they're the most disappointing games in the world and the worst ones, because I'm sure, again, there's worse games out there, and I've seen some worse games and had worse games, but I can't remember off the top of my head. So, comment if you want. But yeah, just please do let us know what you think. Do you agree with this list? Are they disappointing to you? Or is it just, you know, I'm not over exaggerating, because I didn't say they were bad, just that they were disappointing. I guess tell us your thoughts if you disagree as well, and if you don't, tell us your thoughts, I guess, as well. It's up to you, but please do let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, keep staying tuned, guys, for more videos of me and Jason. Goodbye from me.
And goodbye from me too. Make sure you check out my channel and subscribe if you want to. I also post game reviews. I'm actually making one right this second. Links will probably be in the description, even if they're not. My name is AwkwardFantasy. And yeah, make sure you check out Chantal's channel too. And then I will also have my own version of this video on my channel with like different editing and stuff. Anyways, thanks so goddamn much for watching, guys, and see you in the next time I'm on this channel, or on my channel if you go to watch it. So yeah, peace!